Hey guys, in this YouTube video, we're going to be creating a password generator command line tool. So we just type passgen and the password will be generated for us, and it will also be copied to the clipboard. We can also pass in the length as an argument, and we can also save it. So stick around, let's get right into the video. Then we import sub processes. And finally, from the string library, we're going to import ASCII letters and digits. So the argparse library is for the command line tool, so we can add options. The random library is to generate random characters for our password string, and the sub process library is for copying to the clipboard. And the string library is providing us with what we are going to use to generate the password, which is alphabets and some numbers. So the first function we are going to create is the copy to clipboard function. So I'm going to define a clipboard, and I'm going to pass in the passwords as an argument. So I'm going to leave it empty for now. Then the next function is the save, because we are going to be able to save the password to a text file. So the next function is saved password to a text file. Then I'll just define save password, and I'll pass in the password, and I'll just leave it empty. Then the next function, which is the major function, is to generate the password. So I'm going to define generate password. Okay, we don't need to pass in the password, but we need the length. So I'm going to leave this empty. Then the next thing that we'll do is to create our main function. So I'm going to define the main function. I'll leave it empty too for now, and I'll say if name is equal to main, I'm going to run the main function. So now that we have all our functions, so we want to initialize the argument parser. So we're going to initialize the argument parser class. That's what we are going to do. And to do that, we create a variable called parser and say equal to, and I'll say argpace.argument parser. Then we're going to give it a description, and I'm just going to say password generator command line 2. So that's going to be our description. So after we've done that, the next step is for us to add our command. So I'll just say command. So the command line arguments. So I'll just say commands. So I'll say parser dot add argument. So I'm going to say -L for length, and the long form of the option is going to be -L, then length. So I'm going to give it a default of 8, and I'll give a help of length of passwords. Once I've done that, so the next one is to add another argument. So this one is going to be the save, so -S, and I'll do --save for the long form. So I'm going to say help, because to save the password, and this is going to be a boolean option or argument. So I'm going to do action equal to store true. So whenever we call the dash save method, it's just going to return true. So once we are done with that, the next step is to retrieve the argument. So get args from parser. So we're going to get the args from the parser class, and to do that, say args equal to, we'll say parser dot parse args. So we're going to be able to get all the options that are being passed through with the dash length, dash save, or dash l, or dash s. So once we've gotten that, I'm going to generate the password. So I'm going to say password equal to generate password, and I'll pass in the password. We've not created we've not put in the details in the function. So, but we're going to do that. So then I'll call the clipboard function and pass in the password also. Then I'm going to print out using an f string. I'm going to print out the password. So I'm going to pass in the password. Once I've done that, I'm also going to print password was copied to clipboard. And once I have done that, we can now look at the save. I'll say if args dot save. So that means if the save option is there, we're going to save the password, and I'm going to pass in password. Then I'm going to print password saved to password.txt. So at this generate password, it's not the password we want. That's going to give us an error. We want the arg.length. And it's going to come as a string. So I'm going to wrap it around the int function, so that it will convert it into an integer. So okay, now that we've done this, we'll go back to the generate password. So to generate the password, we'll create a chars variable, and we add the ASCII letters with the digits. So we add ASCII letters with the digits. Once we done that, then we set the password equal to .join. So you say empty string .join, and we'll use a list comprehension. So this is where the random function comes in. So we're going to do random.choice. So we're going to be selecting a random character from these strings, and we are going to do it for I in range length. So it's going to be doing it the number of length and convert it to a string. Then I'm going to return the password that has been generated. So now that we have the generated password, we can now save the password. So I'll just simply do with open, say passwords.txt, and I'll use the a plus for append as f. Once I've done that, I'll say f.write. So I'm going to write the password plus a new line character to make everything on each password to be on its own line. So that's all for the function. Then finally, the last function, which is the clipboard, where we are going to just reduce sub process dot run. and this is a command pbcopy. This is a Linux command that helps copy text. So we're going to pass the pb command text to true, and we're going to set input to password. So once we've done that, then everything should be working fine. So if I open my terminal, so I can open my terminal right now, and I can run the function python passgen.py, and it's going to generate the password with the default letter. So when I paste it, you can see that I'm pasting it. That's what has been generated. So, and let me run it again with the save flag. So once I do save, so the password was saved, and if you check the password.txt, you see that the password has been placed here, has been placed in the txt file, which is very good. So, but beyond this, I want you to also be able to use this whenever you want. You don't have to come to this directory. So we're going to make this script an executable. In order to do that, we first have to come here and create a comment with an exclamation mark and do user bin env, and we'll do python 3. So once we've done this, we can get rid of the file extension. So I'm going to rename and get rid of the file extension. Now that I've gotten rid of the file extension, I can now call passgen like this, but there's still a little bit of problem. I'm getting permission denied. So for me to do that, I have to change the permission on the file using chmod 777, then the name of the file passgen. So once I've changed the permission, I'm going to try it again, passgen, and you see that it's running very well. But even more so, for if I close this terminal, open a new terminal, I won't be able to use the passgen except I'm in that directory. But to use it regardless of any directory that you are in, we're just going to create a symbolic link. So we're going to do sudo lns, then the path to this the path to the passgen. So it's in blank slash passgen. So then we're going to create a symbolic link to the user slash local slash bin, then slash passgen. So we're going to create a symbolic link to this point. So once we've created the symbolic link, so I'm going to press enter and enter my password. So once we've created a symbolic link, I can type passgen and it's going to work. So I can show you this now. Okay, in my interpreter now, just in my normal interpreter, I can use, sorry, it's supposed to be 2s. I can use it, and I can set the length to 20, so you can increase it if you want, and also you can also save it. So that's it. So make sure you like and make sure you subscribe. Thank you very much for watching this video.